Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is raising concern about the Texas lottery system, specifically with courier services. Couriers buy tickets on behalf of lottery players, often through phone apps. Patrick is concerned about fairness and transparency after an $83 million winning ticket was sold to a courier service that also owns the store where the ticket was bought. Fox 4's Stephen Dial in the newsroom to explain. Stephen.
Basically, you can just use an app. In this case, the app called Jackpocket. You buy a lottery ticket virtually, and they purchase your Texas ticket in person. The lieutenant governor acknowledges that's not illegal, but he says that was not what the law intended when the lottery began in 1991.
You sold an $83 million ticket yesterday.
Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick took to social media confronting an employee at Winners Corner, an Austin area business that sold a winning Texas lottery ticket. The ticket was purchased through an app called Jackpocket, which also owns Winners Corner. Inside the store, Patrick's video showed a couple of terminals to buy lottery tickets and merchandise tables with board games for sale. But behind the public part of the store, Patrick said he saw dozens more of ticket terminals printing lottery tickets.
If you went to Stop and Go, and they weren't selling anything but board games, and they had a couple of terminals out front, but behind the wall, they had 20, 30, 40 machines printing out tickets from a courier service, and they happened to win the ticket, I think people would say, it doesn't look right.
On the wall, he showed a sales tax license for both Winners Corner and Jackpocket, whose parent company is DraftKings. Patrick acknowledges the business is not operating illegally, but he believes the intent of the Texas lottery system is to encourage in-person ticket sales to lottery players.
Either the lottery is going to have to answer a lot of questions and make a lot of changes, or they're going to be out of business. But the couriers are going to be gone one way or the other. They have to go. That's not the way the system was set up.
The Texas Lottery said in 2023, $173 million in winnings were through couriers. That's 9% of all lottery winnings that year.
I believe we're unfairly being lumped into these bulk purchasers, and I want to be totally upfront and transparent that we support the prohibition of bulk purchasing. We believe it does disrupt the integrity of the lottery.
Peter Sullivan is the vice president of lottery for DraftKings. A past North Texas incident showed a bulk ticket buying operation that resulted in a winning ticket. Sullivan says that's not how Jackpocket operates. DraftKings says this week's winner has lived in Texas for decades and has used the app for about 5 years. He spent $20 on this week's drawing.
Do you see how someone could be concerned about an $83 million winning ticket being sold at the same place that is owned by the courier service?
I think there's a misconception that Jackpocket as a courier is buying all these tickets to try to win itself. No, we are buying them on behalf of customers that have been age and geo-verified and are playing the games on an individual basis, not a bulk purchase basis.
Now, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick supported legislation to ban couriers in the last session that failed in the House. He's renewing his push for the restrictions this session as the Lottery Commission is up for renewal by the legislature.